What's up YouTube? Coming to you again. This is Bias Design. This time I got a tutorial for you, and I'm going to keep it simple. It's a Maya tutorial. I'm going to be showing you how to do a tire tread. I'm thinking of doing several tire treads, but this, it's called a clinching. Clinching? I think it's called a clinching tire. So shout out to Jordan, a friend of mine. He's an excellent graphic designer, by the way. He gave me the suggestion to do this. Yeah, straight up. Check out his IG. He does a lot of biker style graphic design. Anyway, so let's get to it. First off, you're going to need your reference. You see I have my reference here. You can go here in your view tab. I'm in my side view window, by the way. You got to make sure you're in the right window, of course. And then you go to image plane, import image, pick your image, and it'll plop it in for you. And here's my tire surface. First thing I'm going to do is add more geometry to this, or just smooth it out. If you go to mesh and you go to smooth, I'm just going to add one division level, apply it, and you see it applied that. So the next thing I'm going to do is get my treading right, the distance. So I'm going to select this whole row here by clicking on one edge, and then the next edge in the direction that I want the whole row. I'm going to hold down the shift key and double click, and that'll give me the whole row. And then I'm just going to do the same for the other three, the treading. Next, I'm going to go in and I'm going to bevel the edge just to get it to be thick, and mess with the fraction on it so that it's roughly about the size that I need it. When you look back at the reference, you have to use your this one you want to use your reference. You want to look at just the ratio, this thickness to that thickness, comparing the proportions just to get it right. So now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna select the whole row of faces, much like I just did the edges, by holding down the shift key, clicking on the face, and then the one in the direction of the row that I want, I'm going to double click. So there you have that. Okay, so next I'm going to extrude the faces and extrude them in the normal direction, negative normal direction. I want to go pretty deep because I have to have some space to play with. It looks like when I smooth it out, it's giving me more accurate. It's more accurate to where it's going to be once I do subdivide it. Okay. The next thing, I'm going to add some draft, and you can do that by just selecting the red arrow. Depending on the direction, you need to select that arrow, and then I'm clicking and dragging on the box because that's the proportions. This will move the whole thing, which I might need to do when I look at it here. It looks like it needs to go a little bit outboard for the final one. So I'm going to deselect these by holding the control key, clicking on it, and double clicking on the direction I want to deselect. And I'll just, oh, it's still moving it. Okay, alright, well, that doesn't work. Anyway, we'll just leave it like that for now. That looks kind of weird to me because the draft angle is too much on this side. So I'm going to take this and move it in direction outboard of the cycle, just to give the draft angle to give it less on one side and more on the other. Okay, so next, when we go back to our reference, what we see is these little crossbar things. We need to put those in, and they're staggered on here. So I want to do that here. So let's say we got one here, and then one here. Okay. We'll just select. What we're going to end up doing is taking out, so we don't have to do the whole tire. We're going to duplicate and rotate it. But for now, let's just get this right. So, before we do that, we need to, because we don't want those things to be flush, because that will mess up the whole. The tire won't. It'll look like it's got hard edges. We don't want that. We want smooth. We want to keep it smooth. So let's back it away from this surface, and I'm going to do that by adding some edges, an edge loop here. If I hold down the shift key, first you want to hold down the control key with your you select multi-cut, you hold down your control key, and then you hold down the shift key, and the shift key is going to allow you to put it exactly like in 10, like it's going to be increments of 10. So if you see that, it breaks down the whole thing into 10. So we'll just put it in the middle, 50%. We're going to do that with all of them. We got to work the whole thing together so we don't forget anything. Again, I'm holding down the shift and control key with the multi-cut tool. That wasn't right. Make sure you got it in the middle. It's important because we need that. That's going to be the top of our tread, not our tread, but our crossovers. Okay, so now zoom out. We're gonna figure out where we're gonna put those things. Let's just start in the middle. Let's have 2 and 1. They're gonna stagger, so just keep that in mind. Oh, and then we might need to add another one in 50% range here. Let's just keep it simple, 50%. You can do it however you want to, but just for tutorial purposes, I went in wrong. Okay, we're getting there. This is still the easy part. I mean, this whole thing is pretty easy, except for when you're trying to get the mesh to tessellate right once you smooth it out. Okay, so bada bada bing. So as you can see, we got our crossover. The bridge is going to be here. Okay, so let's figure out where that bridge is going to be. No, I'm going in and I'm about to start doing this. Now if you look at these are flush. We're not doing it that way. We're going to do it sub flush. Okay, we're only selecting where those things are going to be. Okay, and then we got, because they're staggered, and we don't want to put it here because we want them to be further apart. We're going to put it here. Okay. So that should be all we need to do. And we're gonna be cool because we're gonna repeat it. So there's only 3. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're gonna bevel that edge. That gives us the thickness of that piece. You see it? 1, 2, and 3. And I'm happy with that thickness. Let's just leave it at that. Then we're going to go in and we're going to delete these faces. We can select them all by, we don't want to delete that. We need that. We may need that. Another selection trick is to hold the shift key down and then double click. Shift double click to the, you know, if it'll select any face in between those two clicks. See, it automatically selected that one. Okay. All right, so we don't need those. Let's get rid of those. Bye bye. Bye bye. All right. And next, we're gonna bridge those across. So we're gonna just select the edges. Again, I'm holding the shift key down to grab the one in the center. It saves a little bit of time. Go over to here. Hold down your shift key. Keep your shift key held down because you don't want to lose your other selections. Oh, actually, I don't think I could do this because I'm bridging right now. See, it's not gonna. Let's try. Nope, that didn't work. Okay, so we gotta bridge them separately. It's worth a try. You never know. There's so much to this software. You don't know till you try. Don't think you know. You don't know at all. Bridge. Boom. All right, bridge. Let's go over here. These edges, you're all very good edges. I love you. I love your edges. Okay, bridge. Boom. All right, where's the next edge? We gotta select these edges. Bridge. Bridge. Black towel. Okay, so now you see we got the bridge over. Now we're not done yet. We're not even close to being done. Or maybe we're close. But the next thing we have to do is we have to disperse these edges and get the mesh to be right, because you can't have this. You can't have that. Okay, next, so what we're gonna do now, I think we could go in and let's bevel these edges. We still have those selected. We need to bevel that. We need this, we need this, we need this. So select everything that you want sharp. At this point, I'm double clicking those to get the whole row. You know we want that whole row to be sharp. We're good. So bevel again. 0.2. Boom. Okay, right there. Okay, now we have to go in and split it. And you know, Q key, object mode, multi-cut. Nope, that's not gonna work. Okay, so hold the shift key down in. Bada bing. Let's continue on. What we're gonna do is we're gonna, I'm cleaning, what I'm doing is I'm cleaning up the mesh. So we see here, if I press 3, you see that? We don't want this point here, because that point, it's messing the game all up. So we're gonna take this guy here and connect them to, we're gonna connect them to here, looks like, because I'm not sure if that's gonna work. I mean, because let's see, let's get rid of these guys. Delete. Okay. And then it looks like we can do this. So let's go to vertex. Let's go target weld tool, and we're gonna go boom. Select that, connect that. And then instead of 50%, let's try 90. Let's try 90. 90. Another thing, when you're doing this, you gotta, if it's red, then you know it's selecting that and I would go 10 on this side because it's, anyway, you get it. Okay, so let's see what this looks like. Oh, what I was saying about that is that if it's red, then you know it's selected. But if it's yellow, it's going to give you the option to lay the extra one down. Okay? You don't always want to do that. So this is going to be the mesh that we use. This is going to be it, no matter how it looks. Getting your mesh to look really right, it's really trial and error, and you could take several tries, as I already did, to get it to look right, because I don't like this stuff, you know. And I know if everything was gridded out, it'll work better, but the point is that if you pull that over to here, then you'll get a hard edge in here. I don't want that. Okay, so let's just repeat that with all the other ones. You know what to do. Everything's mathematical. Let's get that in there. Let's get these guys in here. Okay. It's a little bit of extra information I want to give the computer. Let's go in here with this guy too. Q. Let's get a better view. Multi-cut, 50% in there. Boom. Okay. And you see it doesn't go all the way around because it's turning this triangle into a quad, which is great. Works out fine for me. All right, and there you have it. We have what we wanted. We promised you guys this, and that's what we got, but it's only here. Okay, so the next thing would be to just duplicate it around. Duplication. Now, let's go back to one. Now, when you duplicate things, just gotta make sure when you're doing a rotational duplication, we just need to know how many times to duplicate it so that it lands right on the edge and where to duplicate it. And I think we get 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 sections. So let's select what we need. I'm gonna go up to the top and I'm gonna get these 4 rows. Okay, so those are the 4 rows that we need. Delete. Let's go here. Don't need these. Delete. And you just got to make sure that the pivot is in the center of the pivot needs to be in the center. And I don't know where my pivot is right now, and it's in the center, so it's good. We don't need to worry about that. So we're going to do a special duplication on this. So we're going to go edit, duplicate special, and you want to click the little box, and 360 divided by 10, 36. So we're going to rotate. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I mean, yeah, 36 degrees. So we're going to rotate it around the X at 36. Oops, what just happened there? I don't know what happened there, but anyway, 36. We want 9 because it's 10 altogether. Apply. Oh, and we have to say object mode. Okay. Oh, okay. So that was the wrong axis. It's instance. We want to copy. But anyway, it worked that time. But there we go. That's our tire. Let's go. Let's check it out. It's rotated now. Now the thing is, we need to combine all of that, because you see it's not connected. Okay, so let's just go select all those guys, and we're gonna combine them. We're going to combine them. Okay, boom, they're combined. They're combined now, and then we want to merge them. Okay, and what just happened? I don't know what just happened. We're good. We're good. Now we're going to duplicate, apply. Okay, so we got a little bit of an issue when we're merging for some reason. Let's just combine these two and merge them, and that looks pretty well. Sometimes it works like that. I know, I've learned that. Whoa, no, that doesn't look good. What the heck is going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Shout out to anybody who's watching this tutorial like, what the hell is he doing? Give me some pointers. This is a community thing. I mean, it doesn't have to be a pupil, student, teacher thing. I'm still learning myself. I've been on this forever, but still learning new things every day. Okay, so the threshold. Okay. Combine. You must combine first before you merge. Okay, I'm gonna say that worked. So, yeah, it's just sometimes when you merge, when you flip things, there's a threshold that says, okay, these things are this close together. Let's pull them closer. Let's snap them together. Let's merge them. And if that threshold is too much or too less, it can affect the way how your mesh. It can affect your mesh. So I'm gonna do that right here. Let's just repeat everything. And it looks like we're good to go, guys and girls. Guys means girls and guys. Girls and dudes. Guys is guys. I don't know. Anyway, okay, so let's move on. Combine. We're gonna combine here. Bam. Apply. Let's see how it behaves now. It's all about experimenting. We're gonna combine that. Boom. And they're combined. And then we're going to merge. Bam. And they're merged. And it's looking good. It's looking good. Okay, so let's just make sure everything is combined. Combine again. I guess once you fix that threshold thing, I put it on 0.0001. It'll be good once you fix that. So divide that, and there it is. There it is. There's our tires. One half of it. Now we just gotta. Bam. See, here's another issue right here. And you can see that it merged this, so we gotta mesh with the threshold. We gotta mess with the threshold. Just put it on 0. Wow, that adds some detail to it. Yeah. Clincher. That's the clincher style tire tread for you guys, and I'm gonna end this tutorial right here because you know, it's done. I guess what we could do is to end it all, just give it a nice little dark texture to make it look like a tire, and we can see what it's gonna look like, and that's pretty cool.